We live, baby.
Good morning,
Sir Bussy.
What's going on, guys? My name's Alan.
And I'm Chocolate Greatest Alex.
Welcome to Amicy channel.
You guys know what to do. We out here in the streets for the Sesame, okay? So if you're not part of the Amicy gang,
you know what to do.
Bro, my voice sounds amazing this morning because
you hear me?
My black guy voice coming through. Hey. Puberty part 4. You know what to do.
Baseball.
But if you're not part of the Amicy gang, go ahead and click on that subscribe button below and join us and be a part of the squad.
Oh, God.
So today we got NF. You guys know on this channel, we have favorites, right? When we find different artists that actually speak to us from a perspective that, you know, we might not have gotten. Or allows us to have a conversation on the channel because we don't really care how long the videos take.
Facts.
We're going to give you guys the reaction because we don't listen to any of these songs. So today we got NF, Breathe, and then we also have NF Dreams. So we're going to be doing a 2-in-1. So, without further ado, let's do what we're doing, do our best here, guys, in this video.
So, we've already watched all the NF journey. So, this is just us going back to the different albums to listen to the music.
Different songs we haven't listened to. It's not an album. Well, I think we've done every album.
We've done all the albums, but I'm just going back.
Okay. Somebody had made a playlist for us, is what Alan was saying. And they chose what they wanted us to hear in order to understand NF. But there was also a lot of songs that was missed prior to, on that journey. So,
right.
This is the ones that are gonna be coming out from now on is pretty much those random songs that we didn't get a chance to listen to. So if you have not watched any of our NF reactions, stop this video right now. Go back to go watch Search first, and then go and watch the journey.
Else.
All right, let's hop in this video, guys. Let's keep hopping.
Let's get it. It's about to hit us, watch.
I grew up in a small place, had to drive an hour just to see a movie. I'm a simple person, city life just doesn't move me. I'd rather be home with my grandparents and playing euchre. Didn't want to leave, but this dream's calling. I had to do it. I left my girl there. Wish I would have done it different. And she was right when she told me that I don't never listen. I told her I would change 1,000,000 times and never did it. Apologies don't mean a thing if you don't ever fix it. I love what I do, but it's not what I expected. This industry is not your friend. Well, that's my perspective. Sometimes the closest people to you make you feel protected, but those are the same people that hurt you most and leave you guessing.
Facts.
Some people say nobody's perfect, but expect perfection. How you supposed to find the answer if you don't ask the question? Sometimes I look into the mirror and talk to my reflection. When I go home and turn the music off, what am I left with? We used to be close, but as time passed, we became disconnected. You never felt loved, and I always felt disrespected. Your family thought I was a joke, I was always defensive. They just wanted what was best for you, I just couldn't accept it. And hurting you was not a part of my plan or my intentions. But I was immature, I guess I had to learn some lessons. We grew apart and our lives went in different directions. And there's a lot of responsibilities that I neglected. I had a lot that was bottled inside, couldn't express it. And this pain won't leave, I can feel the depression. It's taking over my body, feels like I'm always stressing. Doctor told me I should sleep, but I'm always restless. I lay awake at night and think, my thoughts are relentless. I need a moment to breathe, I need a moment to vent this. I seem to be the only person that I play pretend with. And when I turn the music off, what am I really left with, huh?
I think,
I think it's done. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, that was NF Breathe. It was interesting to me that I found it to be like on the therapy session, the therapy album, right? Because that was one of the albums called Therapy, right?
Yeah.
Which one was that one? Was it the second one, third one?
It's the second one.
Second one?
Yeah.
Because he was like, from basically the way he was structuring that one, the entire song was like I just kind of visualized him back in that room again when he was having the therapy session with like himself technically, but or with like the therapist. It's like looking back at like it's kind of like when you're at that point and you're looking back on those things that kind of led you to here, and it's like it was kind of like the different comparisons that he was kind of like giving, right? It was like the city life is not for me, but it's like the industry pushes you to be in this like the different avenues, right? He's I'd rather be at home with my grandparents and playing you. That to me, I'm a simple person, like, but it's like, I think it's like now we're in a place where you can be a simple individual and thrive in the industry that is the music industry, and it's like depending on what era you kind of grew up from, you didn't really have that luxury because it was all the labels were the ones that was like pushing everything, right? You had to go
promote pretty much.
You had to go in order for something to change. Yeah. But it's like through the therapy session of like, you know, he had to leave his girl back home to go pursue the dream. The dream is what got him to where he is, the kind of the journey of what's going on. But it's like at the same time, it's like even that line where he goes, the girl's parents and stuff like that. Like he was always defensive.
Yeah.
And they said they would just want to do what was best for you, and I couldn't accept it. It's like accepting the fact that you weren't the best for that girl at the time.
Because they wanted that person that got a degree or something.
No, it's not just that. It's just it didn't have to be for school. It's just like it could have been anything, right?
Right, because parents always want the best for their child.
But doesn't necessarily you can have a person that has makes a lot of money, but if that person is abusive to the person, it doesn't really matter. You can have somebody that doesn't make a lot of money, but that person truly loves your daughter. And your daughter's truly happy, then that's all different. It's like a different side of the coin, right?
Yeah.
It's like the way he structured that line. I was like, as soon as he said it, it like clicked like a whole bar. I was like this. Oh, that's nice. The way he put it. Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of people go through that exact same thing. It's like they know that they're not the best for the individual that they're with, and people tell them that the person family tells them that, but they just cannot accept it. So what do? They lock it down and tie it down even harder than they were before, knowing that at the end of the day it was never going to end what it wanted to be in the first place. Crazy. Anyhow, guys, that was NF Breathe. We're going to go straight into the next audio, which is NF Dreams. I'm not sure which one is this part of. People send us these links. Okay. I think this is part of the Perception album. Based on what people sent us. Let's get into it. He's got the piano pretty much leading for a lot of the songs right now.
Yeah. Most of my life's full of sad days. Started at a young age. Yeah. Bought a house, but I've been living on stage. Tryna find a real me, I ain't found it yet. Wake up every morning feeling like I'm guilty.
I like that bar, that line. He said, "Bought a house, but I'm living on stage." It's kind of like one of those things that people go through in life. It's like you buy a massive house, beautiful house, but you never spend it's never home.
But you spend most of the time somewhere else.
You bought a nice car, but you never drive it because you're driving it from the house to the job. You're leaving the house 60 hours a week just to go to work. So it's like, but you literally there to sleep and bounce. That's it. You're never truly there. And it's like for him, it's like I bought a house, but I'm living on stage. I'm never there.
Yeah, bought a house, but I've been living on stage. Tryna find a real me, I ain't found it yet. Wake up every morning feeling like I'm guilty. Talk to God, can you hear me? Lately I'm a mess, I don't want no one to help me. Yeah, I don't want no one to help me. And if you think that I make decisions based off of what you think, then you're wrong. Can't nobody think for me, I got my own thoughts. Sometimes you don't know what you had until it's all gone, till it's all gone. If I took the hand that was dealt me, then I would be nowhere in life. Yeah, I had to think smart. Threw away the deck and got my own cards. Long before I had the money to afford a car. I've been doing me. I've been doing me, yeah, I've been doing me. I've been doing me. Following my dreams, yeah, I've been doing me. I've been doing me. I've been doing me, yeah, I've been doing me. I've been doing me. Following my dreams, yeah, I've been doing me. Most of my life's full of regrets. Things I wanna take back, yeah. Wrote you a letter, wish that I had never sent that. Didn't even make sense, I don't even know. All I know is I get lower on the weekends. They tell me I should make friends, I just sit at home. Lately I've been off the deep end, yeah. I've been off the deep end, and if you think that I'm about to change who I am just for you, then you're so wrong. As a kid I built a house around my broke car. Sometimes you don't know what you had until it falls apart, till it falls apart. If I took the hand that was dealt me, then I would be nowhere in life. Yeah, I had to think smart.
That's I like that part too. I forgot that part. It's just the fact that it was pretty much about if I played the hand that was dealt to me, I would be nowhere in life. Mm-hmm. It's like the idea of taking matters into your own hands. It's like I don't know who told me this a couple of years ago. Someone told me this like because of the way I think. I was talking to him and I said the way my mind works is that I've gone through a lot in life, and at the same time, it's like I actively chose to not allow the circumstances of my life to dictate what I was gonna be. I was gonna put in that juice, right? And it's like a lot of people, and it's like realizing that there's a lot of people in this world that has worse cards than you do, that are thriving way better than you. So you can take the time right now to focus on how bad your card is, or you can choose to go, okay, let's make the best out of this hand right now, so that we can finish this hand and get another set of cards, right? Mm-hmm. Well, some people just hold on to the cards that they have. They're like, oh, this is all I'm ever gonna have. Whereas some people can look at they can go, okay, well, I got 7 cards here. There's a whole deck left. What? Let me play this hand and then get another one so I can change the circumstances of my life. And it's like, so for me, seeing like that line, it clicked into my head because it's like, in this life, there's people that have worse hand than you do, but they chose to not let that affect their life long term. Mm-hmm. Because yeah, it's gonna affect your life in the short term. It's but at the same time, it's going, okay, it's temporary. It's a temporary mindset of, okay, this is just temporary for now. Tomorrow's gonna be a better day. And when he said that line, I instantly like popped into my head, and I was like, oh, I remember I was having that conversation with somebody a couple years ago. It just popped up right there.
If I took the hand that was dealt me, then I would be nowhere in life. Yeah, I had to think smart. Threw away the deck and got my own cards. Long before I had the money to afford a car. I've been doing me.
Ooh, I clicked. It said that he said I threw away the deck and got my own cards. Because they said because he said if I it was the hand that somebody gave me. So it was like somebody gave him cards from their deck. Mm-hmm. He chose to throw away all of that and got his own deck. So he's not getting cards from somebody, he's getting the entire deck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've been doing me. I've been doing me. Yeah, I've been doing me. I've been doing me. Following my dreams. Yeah, I've been doing me. I've been doing me. I've been doing me. Yeah, I've been doing me. Following my dreams. Yeah, I'm just doing me. Yeah, I'm just doing me. I'm reminiscing back to both of us laughing, playing old records, thinking every one of them's classic. Windows down, we on the street, up in Michigan rapping. We talked about it, but never really knew it could happen. My confidence about as low as the gases. We didn't have the money for it, so we turned to keep backwards and sit in parking lots for hours till the battery crashes. I think that we related, cause both of us were.
That's what threw me off too, cause I'm like, cause it's in the Perception album, and I was like,
but could that be him looking backwards? You know?
Yeah.
Because if it's him looking backwards and it's just him reminiscing with himself, and not if it's not, then it's just him reminiscing with the notepad, or having a conversation with his notepad. Because remember that song Notepad?
Yeah.
It was him in the notepad. That's all that was. Rapping.
But it made like seem like it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sit in parking lots for hours till the battery crashes. I think that we related cause both of us were looking for answers. A couple months ago I drove into Gladwin, got me all of my feelings. There's something about being somewhere that's familiar. Pulling the gas station, open up the tank, then I fill it, then laugh. Would I move back? Not in a million, but I appreciate the memories we had. I know you've been calling, sorry I never called back. I know I've been distant, you know I never meant that. You can tell the family how I'm doing if they ask. I'm just doing me.
I'm just doing me. Alrighty, guys, that was NF Dreams. I'm always gonna put NF, Eminem, is it Dave?
Yeah.
Dave, Akala. Right now, those are my 4 storytellers that I'm like, and it's funny. It's funny to me because we started doing reaction videos. We're getting a chance to kind of understand and see different cultures, different people, different groups. That allows us to have a conversation that your brain to kind of get your mind going, right? And it's like for me, like to right now, those are my top 4. There's not a specific order because they all do it differently. But I would say those 4 for me are my top 4 storytellers. It's only gonna keep growing. It's kind of for me like right now. It's like my goal is to find as many storytellers that I can find that I'm like, oh, this is just dope, right? Because he has the ability to storytell. From a perspective of from a viewpoint perspective from a place of I don't know if it's trauma. Is it trauma? I don't know if it's trauma. Somebody let me know in the comments. I'm sure you guys are gonna tell us. But the way he storytells, it's in an emotional point, from an emotional perspective. If that makes sense. To me, like that's kind of what I see NF's ability to storytell. That's like where I get it from, right? Because instantly from just the way he select the beats that he does and the little fluctuations of the vocals of the way he might place the beat, the drums to come in, the way he would come in as far as like there's the rap, there's the way he's like there's the slide, there's like the slightest things, right? Allows you to fully be engaged without there's no distraction, and your whole time you're focused on it, trying to go, okay, what are you trying to paint in my mind right now? It's like every single song that he does, that he chooses to storytell, you can see it. Even from like that one little spot of going, I bought a house, but I'm living on stage, and you instantly saw the whole, like you saw the whole thing, like you instantly saw it. You know what I'm saying?
And then like the deck of cards.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So anyhow, listen, guys, if you're not part of the Amicy gang, go ahead and click on that subscribe button below and join us now. All times on Treat Yourself.
Love thyself.
And keep it Amicy. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe.